Okay, so we are going to do a trigonometry paper today. We have about 15 pages to get through. And let us start. So number one, this first question here was a little tricky. We have to pay attention to it, right? So the diagram below shows a cuboid. We know what's a cuboid, right? It's right in front of us. Give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. The straight adjustable wire. A straight adjustable wire connects R to P along the top of the cuboid. Calculate the length of RP. So R is here, and P is here. So like this, right? Yeah. So we see we have a PS and we have a SP. What shape is this here? A right angle, right? So I can read lips a little bit, so lunch, thanks. Right, so a right angle. So that means we could use Pythagoras theorem. What is the length of RS? Y'all could unmute on your phone.
100 centimeters.
100, right? Because WV is the same length, 100. And what about PS?
60 centimeters.
So we can use Pythagoras theorem. Which line is the hypotenuse? RP, so RP squared is equal to SR squared plus PS squared, which is SR is 100 squared plus 60 squared. That is, wow. And RP would be, of course, the root of that, 100 squared plus 60 squared, which is 116.61 centimeters. Yeah.
Miss, I got, isn't it 6'3"?
So the root of 100 squared plus 60 squared, 6'2". Correct. Nice. Rounding properly. 6'2". All right. The connection at P is now adjusted and moved to T. So we're going to have a slight change in our line. So where the connection at P is moved to T. So instead of RP, it went down in a kind of diagonal manner. No? So it went down like this. R going down to, okay, that was not a good draw. So R going down to T, right? Who can tell me how to work this out? So that line is coming through the middle of the cuboid. How do we work this out now?
That's the same way you worked out RP.
So we have to work out RT. Okay, how to work out that? A diagonal line through.
Next, RT squared equals RP squared plus PT squared.
So RT squared is equal to? Anyone was completely confused with this question here?
At first, yes. When we have a question, and they said give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. So I think you'll just be 6.
Correct. 0.6 to 1 decimal place.
Yeah.
116.6 centimeters. Nice. So what happened here is we went here. A straight line was connected here. So how can we use Pythagoras theorem to work this out?
Miss, like use the other line to draw.
So we see that this line could connect down here. Yeah.
Yes.
And we could have a straight line on the base to go like this. So this is the bottom of the triangle. So you see how we have a bottom, the bottom of a triangle, it comes like we just draw a line at the bottom, which is this T. So this is T, this is V. And of course we have the line raising up, which is R, and then T to R connecting back. So it's another right angle triangle. You all seen that? Right? So that's what we use for that. So RT would be RT squared is equal to RV squared plus TB squared. All right, what's the value of RV? RV was 20. So 20 squared. What's the value of TV? The bottom line throughout the center.
111.
100 and what's it? It's 116. Yeah, it was 116, my bad. Because it will be the same as on top here, right? Yeah, the bottom will be the same as the top. So 116.6 squared. And how much would that give us? 118.3
Yes, miss.
RT. Very good. How many of y'all got that? All right, nice work, Jewel and Matthew and Shaniqua and everybody else who got it. Good job. So this will be 118.3 centimeters. All right, next one. Remember, feel free to participate. Calculate the angle TRV. Where's angle TRV? T, start at T, go to R. So, whoa, up in the same small triangle we just deal with, right? To V. So up here, of course, it is not the full corner, right? It's like here. So let me erase that. Right. So right there, right? How to work out that angle now? So we already know all the information about that angle, right? The bottom line is 116.6. This line is 20. This line is 183.3. So we can use the rules of tricks to work that out. So which two lines would we use? Any two?
Opposite and hypotenuse.
So opposite and hypotenuse. So we're going to use sine. Sine theta is equal to what is the opposite? Which line will be the opposite?
116.
116.6 over 183.3. So that is going to be sine theta is equal to sine inverse 116.6 over 183.3. And what's the answer for that?
It's 80.3 degrees.
80.3 degrees. Excellent. Any questions here?
Yes, I did it different. We're getting the same answer.
Yeah, you could choose any of the two lines because remember you have three. So you can use cosine and you can use tangent. Yeah, and you will get the same answer because you have the three lines. Yeah. All right. So complete the following statements. The size of angle through which the wire moves, RP to RT. So RP, so we're going from, we are going from RP, which is on top, and we're going down to RT, which is at the bottom here, right? So the angle will be inside here, right? Everybody seen that? Okay. All right. So look at it. We are going from RP, which is on top the box, and we're going down to RT. Straight lines, of course. So the angle will be this from here to here. So how to work out that top? Actually, they're just asking you which angle is similar. The size of the angle through which the wire, no. To work out that angle. How to work out that angle there?
Miss, we know the sides of the angle, so we could use tan, and the adjacent is 116 points.
Okay, what's the length of TR?
It's 118.3.
118.3. What's the length of the top angle? 116.6, right? So we could go and use, and plus we have 20. So we could go and use the rules of tricks to work this out. Or who has a better idea? Don't we have this bottom angle here? Yeah? We just work out the bottom angle as 80.3. So, and they want the top part of that angle. So remember, it is going to be from, it's going to be from here to here, right? Because remember, it's the top of the box. And we already have here 80.3. So what's the easier way to work that out?
Miss, I started
Subtract it from 9.
You could subtract it from 90. Yeah? So you can say angle TRP is equal to 90 subtract 80.3. What's the answer you all got? What's the answer?
9.7.
9.7 degrees. And you'll get the same thing, right, Jewel? Just with more working. Yeah? So you're supposed to see that this is a right angle. And if you have the bottom part, you could just subtract it to get the top part. Any questions here?
No, miss.
Of course, you could have go ahead and use a trig rule as well. You could use opposite over hypotenuse, adjacent over hypotenuse, adjacent and opposite to work it out and get the same 9.7 as well. All right, so 9.7 degrees. An angle which is the same in size as RTV. What angle is the same as RTV? R going down to T, going down to V, so down here. RTV. So we back to this first triangle. What angle is the same as that one there?
PTR. PRT.
PRT. Would it be PRT? So if we go down here, it will actually be PVT. Because we could go down this way and come back this way. It will be the same. Because this bottom here will be 116.6. The top here would be 118.3, and this will be the 20. Same reverse. Up here is 118.3. Down here would have been 116, etc. So it will be PBT. Everybody understand that, or should I go at that again?
Miss, I could go over it again, please.
Right. So they want TRP, right? Which angle they're looking for? RTV. So R going down to T, back to V. So what's the length of RV? What's the length of RV?
20.
Huh?
20.
20. So we want 20 on this side as well, right? Which is PT, right? So we match in triangles to make sure we get the same. So what's the length of this base here, this TV line? What's the length of that TV line?
116.
116.6. So we could use that same, all right. So what will give us 116 for the other triangle, for the PT triangle? So remember, we're trying to get two matching triangles with the same sides, same angles, right? So we have RTV. RT is equal to 20 centimeters. We got TV is equal to how much? 116.6 centimeters. And what will be the last line? TR, right? TR is equal to how much? How much is TR?
18.3.
118.3. So now we want another triangle that will give us that same thing. So we can use PT. PT is equal to 20 centimeters. What other line that PT could connect to that could give me 116.6 and 118.3? How much is PR? So erasing this bottom one. How much is PR?
116.6.
116.6. So PR 116.6. And where I can get the 118 now? The same line, right?
Yeah.
The same line will give us it. So TR is equal to 118.3. Where did our RTV angle happen? RTV was down here. RTV. So where would what angle will match in this triangle?
The R angle.
PR and
T.
PR and T. You all seeing it, right? So it will be PR T will give us this because it's the top. And then we go in like this again. Bottom, top, same middle line. So down here will match up here. Yeah? It will be the same because they kind of form in one box. So PRT will match angle RTB. Y'all seeing that, right? So up here will match down here. Inside. Any questions here? So if you want, you could write it out as well, like this. So this line here would be RVT, and RTV is the 30 centimeters, and this is P, right? And here will be the 30 centimeters as well when you draw it out. This will be 20, 20. This will be 116.6. This will be 116.6, and both of them will be this middle line joining will be 118.3. So between the 118.3 and the 116.6, in both of them, you'll create that 30 degrees angle. If it's 30 degrees, I can't remember. Same angle. I don't know where I get 30 from. Yeah? We're good with that? Any questions there? All right, we could also get it in these corners as well, right? If we do the same thing, we'll also get it here. In the flip side as well. So it will also be QWU, could also give you the same thing, or SUW, if you go in the other side of the triangle as well. So if you want to see it, draw it. All right, let's move on to the next question. So this one will be angle SUW or angle PVT, right? And another one as well. All right, who's ready to answer this to me? Easy stuff, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The diagram below shows a right angle triangle with sides A, B, and C units, right? Express C in terms of A and B. So how would C be expressed in terms of A and B?
C squared equals
C squared equals to
A squared.
A squared plus B squared. What is that rule called?
Pythagoras Theorem.
Solange, you like me to read your lips, and all right.
Yes.
Yes, you'll help me get better because I'm horrible at it. So, is this our answer though?
No, miss.
It isn't. So, what's the answer? It said C, not C squared. So, C is equal to what now?
The square root of A squared.
Square root of A squared plus B squared. All right, nice. Write in terms of A, B, and C an expression for sine theta plus cos theta. So you all saw this and you were like, oh, we are not intimidated because we know sine, we know cosine, like, don't even try to intimidate us, right? So we know what is sine. What is sine theta? According to the graph, sine theta is what? So this is theta, right? So sine theta is what? 2 lines. Opposite over what? What is the opposite line?
A,
A over.
C,
All right. They said cos theta. What's cos theta? Adjacent over hypotenuse. What's the adjacent line?
B.
Over.
C.
Not intimidated at all, right? No? All right. So what they tell us to do, add them. All right, right, in terms of A, B, and C, an expression for sine theta plus cos theta. So sine theta plus cos theta. All right, sine theta was A over, what was it? A over C plus B over C. And what's our final answer? What's our final answer?
A plus B over C.
A plus B over C. Yeah, we're going back to the fractions rule. Similar denominator, we could add the numerators. Right? Any questions here? Don't come to me after class and be like, Miss, I have a question to ask you, because I know you all believe like I have no life and thing, right? So when we hear and I say any questions and nobody answer, they come to me after class, just want me to pause my life. Ask the questions now. Yes, Shemaya, you want me to pause my life? All right. So no life for Shemaya. Nice. Well, huh?
Can I do half of it? I just put AC plus BC.
AC?
A over C per
Oh, I was not gonna say that's not half height at all. A over C plus B over C. Simplify it for the 2 marks now. Simplify it for the 2 marks. Go down to the nitty-gritty. Right? So good job. Let's continue. Up to now, I ain't see anything to pull out my hair for. All right. So, or pull off my bonnet for, right? So, like you take it, you take it off. This one we can pull off your bonnet. So, what question is this? Elevation and depression, right? A person at the top of the lighthouse. So this is the person at the top of the lighthouse. TB, right? Sees 2 ships, S1 and S2, approaching the coast as illustrated in the diagram below. The angles of depression. So where do we put in our depression? Depression is what? From the top looking down. So from T, where would I put my 12? Between which 2 lines?
The dotted line and TS2.
The dotted line and TS2, 12. And 20 will go from here to here, right? Yeah? All right. The 2 ships are 110 apart. Where do we put in 110?
Between S1 and S2.
110 meters, nice. Determine, so the first part is complete the diagram, angles of depression, distance between ship, easy 1 mark. All right, the distance TS2 between the top of the lighthouse. And so they want this line here, right? Yeah? All right, so what shall we use?
Sine Rule.
Sine rule. All right, what about sine rule are we going to use? So for me to use sine rule, I need to, first of all, how many triangles are there?
Nice.
We have
2.
triangle what?
TBS.
TBS what?
1.
One.
TBS1. There's another triangle called
TBS2.
TBS2. There's another triangle called
TS1S2.
TS1S2. Yeah? So 3 triangles, right? TBS1, TBS2, TS1S2. Right. So which triangle are we trying to focus on for this length here? We could either be focusing on TBS2 or TS1S2. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
So we don't have any information for TBS2. I mean, we could put in some missing angles. So let's put in some missing angles. Help me out with some missing angles. How much is up here?
$78.
78. If I'm not, I think we did a question like this already, yeah? And how much is here?
70.
70. Nice. So how much would here be?
20.
20.
20. Why is that? Because this is 90, this is 70, 90 and 70 is 160 and 160 and 20 is 180. So we got all the angles for TBS1. All right, how much would here be?
That's 160.
160. So we're just trying to make up some information. How much would inside here be?
Yes.
8.
How much?
8.
8, because 20 is the large one, 12 is the small one. So we subtract them to get the inside. How much is here?
12.
12 degrees. All right. So what we could work on so far? We have sine rule. Yeah. So we have Sine rule says a matching pair. What is my matching opposites?
Miss angle S1T, S2, and the line S1, S2.
So 110 over sine 8, yeah, is equal to what will be my next pair that I'm going to work out. I want TS2, so that will be my line over the opposite angle, which is sine what?
160.
160. We cross multiply, so we just say 110 sine 160 over sine 8 is equal to TS2. What's my answer?
It's 270.3 meters. 70.3 meters.
Yeah.
Round to the nearest meter.
So 270.
So 270 meters. Everyone with me? All right. Any questions? Are we good? All right. So sometimes, what's that, Leah?
Saying good, miss.
Okay, so sometimes I know we just want to go straight into the answer, but sometimes we have to play with the information a little bit, look at it, try to get ideas from all over, and then you will see, oh, so we basically they wanted us to put in all this information to tell us you could use sine rule. Yeah, so you had to know to put in all that information, then use sine rule. All right, so let's go on. I don't know, anybody love trigonometry? No? Yes? Anikil, watch out. Anikil, watch out a gate that have no outside. So that's to tell you how much you don't like it. So, all right, let's go. I don't know, I feel like the more you do it, the easier it becomes. After all these questions, then you all can do tricks with your eyes closed. And yeah, or probably with the glasses off or something, you know, you wouldn't need the glasses, you know. So the diagram below, not drawn to scale, shows M and P, angle P, M, N is 52, M line, MN is 12. What's the type of triangle here, y'all?
Is it equilateral?
Is it? Is it?
Isosceles.
Is it an equilateral? What's an equilateral triangle? Same lines and same angles, right? How much is inside of here?
76.
Huh? 76. How did we get that? Because we add up 52 and 52 and subtract it from 180. So would that still be an equilateral and a cube? So it is an, it's a what?
Isosceles.
Isosceles. How? How do we know it's an isosceles triangle? Because they have two angles the same, right? Once you have two base angles the same, you know it's an isosceles triangle. All right, so determine the value of P and M. No political affiliation here, you know, right? So find the value of P and M. Okay, that was easy. 1 mark, 76, right? So calculate the area of the triangle MNP. How many ways can we work out the area of a triangle? What's the first way? First and most common way is?
A half of base by height.
A half base height. Someone else, second way. All right, yeah. Everybody push out the headlight tilts, answer now. Second way. Everybody knows 3 ways, but nobody knows the second and the third way. What's the second way? You should be calling answers because we need either the second or the third to work out this.
BC sine A.
A half of AB sine C. Yeah, well, same thing, right? A half of BC sine A. Once we switch up the letters. So 3. What's the third way? What's the third way? So
That's
this
not
is
the
if you
third way,
have,
but the third way long.
no, it's not long. So this is if you have a base and a height. This is if you have 2 lines and an angle in between. The third way is if you have 3 lines, which is the square root of the semiperimeter by the semiperimeter minus side 1 by the semiperimeter minus side 2 by the semiperimeter minus side 3. Easy once you add the 3 lines, right? How to work out semiperimeter? We add up the 3 lines and divide it by 2, right? So which one of them are we going to use for this one? We don't have a base and a height. We don't have the 3 sides. We have 2 sides and an angle. How do we have 2 sides? It's an isosceles, right? So how much would be Pn? 12.5. And which angle would we use? Which angle are we using?
79?
79.
76, sorry.
All right, so it's not me alone have the dyslexia. All right, cool. So 76. You all know, I honestly, I don't know how it works, you know. I just like, I think I have it. Is it like flipping 6 and 9 or flipping A and B, B and C? It's like that, right? No lie, I think I have it. I know you all probably think I know I have it because I has always been mixing up my words. And
Only 6 and 9, miss. No A, B, and C. That's no.
yes, no, like, anyways, you don't understand our struggle.
This is where the letters and saying like the same, you mistake them for the other. Most likely you
And
get
sometimes you just say something that's second first.
That's just personality.
You say I have a personality disorder. Huh? All right, let's go. So we will be using a half by A. A is 12.5 and B is 12.5, so just 12.5 squared, right? By sine 76 was the answer.
$75.80.
75.8 degrees. Yeah.
Degrees, I thought it was centimeter. Oh, no, it's centimeter squared is area. Isn't it?
That is personality disorder. That one is personality disorder. Yes. Solange, you see the power of words. Solange, send something my way, you know, right? I rebuking that she's sending my way there, y'all. So centimeters squared, right? All right. Ready for the next one? More of the fun stuff. So let's go. What I ask us to work out is, this is bearings. Okay, W. How to work out W? Easy, easy, easy. What we had to work out first here, right? How much is there? How much is that part?
Sorry, miss, 47. That's 47.
47 degrees because I just call it angle NQP is equal to 180 minus 33, right? Because you have to subtract their co-interior angles. And of course, this is a semicircle. So W degrees is equal to 180 minus 56 plus 47, which is how much? How much? Solange, one more time so I can read it this time. All right, 77 degrees. So next one, determine the bearing P from Q. So again, P from Q, so it's going to be in the corner of Q. And we're going to, what? Right, so P from Q, erasing. We start at Q, the north line at Q, and we go all the way around, right? So it's going to be P from Q. So we're going to start from the north line of Q and go all the way to P. So of course, how much is this side? 180. And then 56 plus 47. So what's the total bearing there? What's the answer?
313. Yes, 313.
Did we get that? 313 degrees? Yeah.
Yes, you- that was an- yeah.
I don't know what's that about. 313 degrees. Yeah. Any questions there?
Miss, didn't you just like subtract the
You can subtract 360 minus 47 as well.
yeah.
Why? You see what I'm talking about? It keep happening over and over. So 313 degrees, right? All right, what's next? Calculating distance RP. What are we going to use for RP? To find RP?
Miss, I use that long thing that you give us.
What is a long thing? I can't remember teaching any long thing.
Yes.
Let's I do cosine rule.
You mean cosine rule?
I think so.
All right, yeah, you can use cosine rule because we have two lines, angle in between, and we want to find the opposite, right? Yeah. So RP squared is equal to 210 squared plus 290 squared minus 210 by 290 by cosine what?
56.
56. Join my class, Jewel, the dyslexia class. Join it. Yes. And what's the answer for RP? When we square root and stuff, what will be the answer?
245.18.
I think it's 13, or is it 18?
13.
13 kilometers. Yeah. Nice. Any questions?
No worries.
Okay. All right, let's go to here. Another elevation thingy. So GH is 12 meters. And the angles of elevation from the top of the pole, G and J are K. G from J and K are 32, right? Copy the diagram and insert. So where? So the angles of elevation from the top of the pole. So that will be here and here, right? So 32. So when they say respectively, that it goes in order, J, then K. So 32 and 27. Yeah.
Yes, I put the angle all over, like J, I put it into K too, and then I label that 32.
What do you mean?
That's
You put
wrong.
K into K?
Like the line, you see the line that's touching J at the bottom?
Mhm.
I put the angle quite over to the K
Like
line.
here?
Line. No, for the other one. For the 32.
Like here?
No, to the K. Okay, to the K line.
Okay, tell me where to start.
The J line.
J,
Oh gosh. Okay, you know what? The J line.
HJ.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I going?
GK. Go like if you're going and make a whole semicircle.
Let's pretend the J line not there. And just
my
draw the whole
God.
angle. Pretend the J line not there and just draw a regular triangle angle.
GK, not JK.
Miss GJH.
Call that for me again, somebody. G,
JH.
yeah, right?
Yes, miss.
Right, there, Jewel.
What I just draw there, that is what I did, and I named that whole thing 32, and then at the bottom here, I put the 27.
So this is 27, but this is 32 here, not all the way here.
Okay.
GK line.
That is what I keep saying, but use here.
You know, when you already have something in your head and you're not hearing what the person saying. So no, remember elevation will be from J, so it will be your horizontal line and your inclined line. So here will be 32, and then it will be a horizontal line and the inclined line again. So here will be 27. Yeah. So you might lose a mark, not might, you will lose a mark if you put 32 all the way there. Yeah. So, okay, what's next? Calculate a 1 decimal place, HJ. All right, where's HJ? Here, right? All right, so this is trigs. What are we using? Tan theta is equal to 12 over HJ. So tan 32, yeah, which will be HJ over 12. HJ is equal to 12 over tan 32, giving us how much?
19.20, well, 2 meters.
19.2
meters.
Is that correct? I think I made an error in my own. 12 divided by tan.
Miss, and I'll make no error, miss.
It's good.
Yes, miss.
You're all fighting.
It's not always getting the ones with the pressure and elevations wrong, and I have the exact same thing.
That's why you're making sure it was an error.
Yes, miss.
All right. So what do they want now? JK inside here. So it look like we could use what now? We could use so many different things. Actually, no, only one thing. What can we use?
I use over tan.
Yeah, so we could use tan 27 is equal to 12 over HK. Yeah? All right. HK is equal to 12 over tan 27, which is how much?
It's not JK.
Oh no, it's not JK. Oh no. Because remember, you can't use JK because JK is just part of the line. So you have to use HK and then subtract it to get JK. Yeah, so 12 over tan 27 is how much? 23.6. Yeah.
This
And that's your answer, Papa JK.
No, 23.6, right? Somebody call me, what's up?
Miss, I thought it said, I read depression instead of elevation, but I still got the same answers.
If you put depression, you're supposed to put your stuff up here.
Yeah.
0 marks, eh? So 23. Now we go on to our final answer, which is subtracting. So this whole thing is 23.6 and here is 19.2. So we subtract it to get 7.1. Yeah? You're with me? So we just find for the long line, which is HK. We already have HJ, so we subtract the 2 to get JK. 7.1 meters and 19.2 meters. Ready to move on? I don't know why I feel like this one give you all a little problems because you'll have to do everything from scratch.
I never
Because you're
did.
so lazy. Huh?
I didn't do any of them.
You
I just-
didn't do it?
I
Me
didn't.
too.
I bust my head to get that triangle, but I don't know why, but it was not forming. I get the triangle though.
I
No.
my pages, you know.
Y'all are just so lazy. I watched this question and I said, these lazy little children are going to be like, oh, it's so hard. It's so this and that.
But you know my scrap paper I had to use.
So our ship leaves Port R, sails to S, and then to T. So we know we have triangle RST, right? The bearing of S from R. So, you know, we had to play with it. S and R is 112. So I think R would be, let's see. So if we do here, S from R, it's not that way. So if we do R here and S, yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah. A little 112 could look like it here. We'll go and see. So the bearing of T from S is 33. So T from S. So if I put T here and I connect here, for a north line here, and I do a little, no, that is not 33. So if I put T up here, and I go like this, I can get a little 33 looking thing here. And
Miss, I always thought for this we needed to use this thingy in our set. You know,
no,
like,
this is just average, eh? You don't have to make it 30 is an average because remember not drawn to scale, right? So R go down to S, S going up to T. You just had it. You have to know your bearings. You have to know, well, 112 could be down here. So you're going from here to here. Then you're supposed to know 33 is a little below half. So 33 will be like this. 33, 118, 112, etc. Yes, Solange.
But Miss, does it have to be that particular shape?
It has to be something like this. Yeah.
My Lord.
I thought you get it correct. I thought you get the triangle correct.
Miss, I get triangle, I never think I get the right shape.
What did you do? How was your shape?
Miss, I had a triangle, but it wasn't a right angle triangle. So like,
How? So if R here, where's your S? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. All right, go ahead. S was down here. That's 180 degrees.
no, Miss, wait. Miss, wait.
All
And then
right.
I had a tilted dog, but he tilted dog. Now I can put the north line here to get the 112 here, and then the S went so I get to the tree. Miss, I used too much scrap paper for this, Miss.
clearly too much. Too much. All you're supposed to do, all you have to do is know your bearings. So you see how I play with it the same way? You put R and you put S. You know that it's going to have 112. So if you know 90 is here, then you know 112 is going to be like a little way after. So you just do bam.
Miss, all you did is just use a protractor.
Or you could use a projector, you know?
oh, Miss, like what just asked.
Yeah, you could use it, but you don't have to because remember, it's just an average. You could if you're, you know, scared.
Well, Miss, I didn't know that.
That's not an excuse. What I mean, I didn't know. I didn't use the theta. Right? You're supposed to know where your angles are. First of all, this is what you're supposed to know. Here. What's this first part here? 90. Then 180. Then 270. Then back to
But
360.
technically, my angles were correct. Just in the wrong shape.
If let's what am I
It
doing?
was correct.
Let us go and see, because sometimes your angle, your shape don't have to be exact.
The placement of the angle was correct, just not in the right shape.
All right, well, let's see how correct it is. Let's see if you know. Oh, gosh, you make me erase my shape, girl. RST. So something like this, right? Here to here, inside here is 100 and
No, miss. Miss, straight it out your line.
no one has straightened out. You straightened out.
Yes, yeah.
So
Get the shape right, miss.
she make me forget what I was doing. I know. What's a backspace? Come on, backspace here. I think this whole thing here is 112, then where my 33 is, what I said, T from S. T from S. So Landia, how my brain going blank? It confusing me. Eh? What my 33 is? My 33 is inside here. Here. Right? Okay, great. So let's do this. Draw a diagram showing the journey of your ship. Okay, everybody understand? Or do I need to take my time and do this over? The shape.
Miss, once I could use that thing from my thingy, the protractor, I think I'll
Once
use
you know where, make your note line. Once you know
Okay.
where your bearing's supposed to be, you go ahead. All right, so all right, yeah. So draw a diagram. All right, so show on your diagram the node direction, which is, of course, all of these, right? Node, node, node. The bearings of 112 degrees, the bearings of 33 degrees, the points R, S, and T, okay, and the distance 75 and 56. So RT is 75, RS is 56. 1, 3, 4, 5 easy maths. What? Calculate the size of RST. Where's RST? RST. So they want this whole thing here. How to find that out? What can we use? What can we use to find out RST? This full shape down here. What can we use to find out RST? Come on, let me hear from you. Right, so it was important for us to put our note line there to see that these are co-interior angles, these two. So I subtract 180, subtract 112, which is how much? Hello? 68. Right?
Yes.
And we, to get the full, if here is 68 and here is 33, we say RST, angle RST is 68 plus 33, which is 101 degrees. Any questions there? So always look for those co-interiors. The size of angle RTS, RT to S inside here, how much is that? trying to understand the gibberish, but I think I understand. Okay. All right, so how RTS? How do we find RTS? How do we go about finding RTS?
The sine rule.
So how much is RS? 56, here is 75. So we can definitely use the sine rule. We have, what would be the opposites? We can use 75 and sine how much? 101.
Yes, miss.
And then we could use 56 and sine t. So that will be sine t is equal to 56 sine 101 over 75. How much is that?
47. Oh, miss, you want, sorry, that,
Now you can give me straight for t.
47.1.
47.13 degrees. The bearing of r from t. So this is 47.13, the bearing of r from t. So of course we go all the way around r from t. So what do we do? Co-interior angles here and here, right? So how much would it? Hold on. That's not exactly co-interior. Backspace. So how do we go about finding this? We need to find this top angle there. How much is that top angle? Tell me.
Miss 23.
How?
Miss 180 subtract 100 and 10 plus 47.
What's that?
Miss, since a triangle is 180 degrees, right? I added all the angles we have inside, which is 110 and 47, and subtracted it from 180, and I got 20.
We have 101, 47.13, and how much will the remainder be here?
It's 23.
23 degrees. All right. 23 plus 101 plus 47.1. So 47.1 plus 101 subtract 180. That's 31.9. Where you get that one from? $31.9. Yeah, because the bottom is 101. Here it's 47.13. So this will be 31.9. So on top will be how much? 80.1. So now we can do co-interior angles. So if here is 80, how much is across here? 99.9.
Yes, miss.
Right? And if there's 99.9, of course, we could just subtract 360 minus 99.9, which will give us how much? 260.1.
Miss, what if you just like round it?
Huh?
If you round it to the nearest whole.
Why? We were doing it with the degrees one time, so we could continue.
Okay,
Yeah.
miss.
So we found the missing part here by adding the two internal and subtracting from 180 to get to the 1.9. And of course, to get the outside part, which is 80.1, to work out the two co-interior angles to find this missing part, which is 99.9. And then we can find the bearing by subtracting 99.9 from 360, giving us 260.1. Everybody understand that? Matthew?
Yes.
Any questions, anyone? Leah, Tanisha? Leah and Tanisha?
Mas I good.
Tanisha? Right, so remember, those of you who are in Form 5, this is not no time for you to be watching, like this is a series you can watch again, right? You're supposed to be actively participating. Tanisha, you're supposed to be answering. Leah is supposed to be answering because you all are the ones who are in Form 5 and you all are the ones with the closest exams, right? So I shouldn't have to call you all. Please participate so that you know you're on top of your game. All right, the ship leaves 40 and travels due west to a point X, which is due north of R. So the ship leaves point T, travels due west to a point X, which is due north of R. So it leaves T, travels west, which is due north of R. So like something like this, right? North of R, north of R. Right, which is above R. Show on your diagram the journey from T to X. So yeah, goes west. So that means, you know, this line will have to be a little higher so that here will be a kind of straight line. Yeah. Everybody understand that? So it goes west and it is north of R, so it's going to be above R. North of S, why did I put north of R? Which one is it, north of S or north of R? North of R, right. So yeah, this is good. Go west, west, east, north of R, above R. Okay. Calculate the distance Tx. How do we work out Tx now? Let's clear up some unnecessaries.
Next, could we use sine?
So just labeling this over. So we're going up, 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 T. Here. Oh. Here is 101. Here is 47.1. Here is 31.9. Here is 80.1. Here is 99.9. Here. All right. So T, and we're going like north of this here. So like here, right? This is 75 km. All right, so what can we do? This whole thing is 99.
Ratio of
We can use?
Miss, my line was kind of taller, so I could have used sine.
What would we try to use here? So what type of triangle is TXR? Because we created another triangle at the top, right? T went to
Alright. Triangle, miss.
all right, triangle, correct, right here, right? Because two straight lines are meeting. One line going west and it connecting on the north line. So a right angle. So we have 80.1 in one side, we have 75, and we can find TX using what?
Sine.
Sine. So it will be, which line is the hypotenuse? Correct, sine. 75 is the hypotenuse. Awesome. Because our line is opposite the right angle triangle. So it's going to be sine theta sine 80.1 is equal to opposite, which is TX over 75. So that's going to be 75 sine 80.1 is equal to TX, which is how much? How much would this be? 73.9. So just confirm it. T goes all the way out to X, which is creating a right angle triangle like this, right? So this is the straight line. This is the hypotenuse line. And we have 80.1 as this angle here. And we can use opposite and hypotenuse. Yeah. Any questions here? 73.9 kilometers. Any questions? All right. Where to next? The diagram below, not drawn to scale, shows positions of two hurricane tracking stations, P and Q, relative to a point O. P is on a bearing of 25 degrees from O. So P from O is here. OP is 400 km. Q is on a bearing of 80 from P. Q from P, 80. PQ is 700 km. All right, copy the diagram. On your diagram, label the angles and show the bearings of 25 degrees and A. Any questions? All right. OPQ. OPQ. How much is that? What would we need to find? Here, which is how much? 180 minus 25. Yeah, which is 155.
Let's have 180 minus 80. I got 100 and I put 100 plus 25, I got 125, not 150.
So remember interior angles, right? Co-interior angles. So you can subtract 125 from 180 to get 155. And now you can say 360 minus 155 plus 80 to get the remainder, which is inside here. Yeah? See that? Which will give you 125 degrees. Yeah? All right, next. The length to the nearest kilometer of OQ. So again, we know this is 125, so what rule do we use? What rule do we use for OQ? To find OQ?
Cosine.
Cosine rule, so OQ squared is equal to 400 squared plus 700 squared minus 402 by 400 by 700 by cosine 125. How much is OQ when we work it out?
Next, 985 kilometers.
985 kilometers. Is it 985.5? So it'll be 986.
Miss, they said to nearest kilometer.
Right, is it 985.5? So it'll be 986. Yeah? Anyone confirming that for me?
Miss, I got 985.496.
Or, okay. So 0.5, 985, all right. Matthew,
Yes.
you listening to me?
Yeah.
I know I don't have much rhythm in my voice, so I don't know why you're dancing. All right.
Go ahead.
Next answer on you, huh? The bearing of Q from O is how much, Matthew? Q from O. So here to here? So that means we need to find inside here. How do we find inside there, Matthew?
Sine rule.
Sine rule. Let's watch. Trying to see if there's any way that we could find inside here. This is 25 as well. This is 100. Okay. Guess we gotta go working it out. So we're using sine rule. So that will be, what's the pair that we have together? We have 985. So 985 over sine 125 is equal to what?
700 over sine theta.
Nice. So that will be 700 by sine 125 all divided by 985, which will give me What's my answer?
60.6 degrees.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the answer?
Oh, no, wait. No. 35.6.
All right, thanks. 35.6. And you carrying poor Jewel down the rattle with you. Yeah?
Is that the whole
35.6.
answer?
35.6 degrees. Where you all got 60 from? You all have another question?
No, I think I put from theta 25 degrees plus 35.6.
Oh no, you're giving me the full answer. That's what happening with all you.
Oh,
Now we had to add up the bearing. So the bearing is 25 plus 35.6, yeah? Which is now 60.6 degrees. Yeah? Because this is the full bearing here. You just have to find the missing part. How we doing? We could go until 8 and take a break. We're going straight through. All right. So, oh, I forget it's a regular school night for you all. Oh, poor things. All right. So, what time is your bedtime? Don't say all you know bedtime, because we all have bedtimes.
half 8 for me.
8:30 for you.
Yeah.
No.
I'll message parents. No worries. I'll send a BC. No worries. It's okay, Miss Cooper. Do what you like. Keep them until 12. All right. So, Tanisha, I don't want to hear what your next class. I want to hear you in this class. And I hear you in this class. You tell them about your next class, eh? Huh? Talk now. Give me a reason to tell you, okay, go ahead in your next class. All right, let's go. All right, they give us all the information. I know at this point in the paper, if you're doing the paper continuously without stopping, you watch those 3 lines and you say, ha, I'm not reading that. Please read it, right? Yeah, sometimes they want you to plug in information. So EFG, the flagpole is here, right? What they said, with a foot on a horizontal plane, right? So that means this is the ground. I know it's looking up in the sky, but that's the ground, right? Because they said it's horizontal, flat, right? So that was why you were supposed to read it to get that understanding. So this is the pole, and it comes like this. This is the ground and the pole standing up. ET and GT are wires which support the pole, whereas ET right here and here. The angles of elevation, T from G is 55, EF is 8, FG is 6, and EFG is 120. All right, so we understand. Now let's put it to work. The height of FT. So we could use which triangle? How many triangles are there?
3.
So we have to use which, oh, okay, there are 3 triangles, are there? What's the first triangle? Triangle what? Give me a triangle. Come on, give me triangles, please.
TG.
TG,
No,
F,
TFG.
yeah, TFG, TGF. Another triangle is?
ETG.
Huh?
ETG.
ETG?
ETG.
ETG, right? Another triangle? So ETG is the big triangle. TGF is one of the triangles. At the side, give me another triangle, please.
EFG.
EFG and another triangle. Another triangle. ETF. Yeah. So 4 triangles. 1, 2, 3, and the whole thing 4. All right. So 3 significant figures, the height of FT. Which one of the triangles we could use for the height of FT? We can use triangle TFG, right? Yeah, because we have 6 and we have an angle. So we could use opposite over adjacent. So tan 55 is equal to FT over 6. That will be 6 by tan 55, which is 8.57 meters. Yes, no?
I 8.57. I put 7.
What's that?
And they said calculate 3 significant figures. I put 8.57.
Yeah, 8.57 is what I have. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Any other questions? So Lanjan, Shamaya, you all had a confused look on your face. What's happening?
It sounds like I have something else.
Oh, okay. EG. Where's EG? EG is down here. So we can use triangle 3, right? Which rule are we using now? What would we use to work out EG down in that 3rd triangle?
Put the cosine.
Cosine rule. So EG squared is equal to 8 squared plus 6 squared minus 2 by 8 by 6 by cosine 120. EG is equal to how much now?
12.2.
12.2 meters. Nice. What's next? The angle of elevation T from E. So T from E. So in the corner here, right? Yeah, T from E. So inside here. So okay, we already know up here is FT is 8.57. So we could use triangle 1 and we could use trigs. So to find that, I can use opposite and adjacent. Tan theta is equal to 8.57 over 8. So theta is equal to tan inverse of 8.57 over 8, which is how much? How much is that?
47.
47 point how much? Okay, 1, 2, 3. So 47 degrees, 47.0 degrees, yeah? Yeah? Any questions? Okay, let us keep going. Right? So, how to work out QS, which is here. Bam.
I use sine.
What's that?
I use sine.
All right, opposite over hypotenuse. So sine 15 is equal to QS over 12.6. 12.6 by sine 15 is equal to QS. What's the answer?
3.26 meters.
Yes, if you're talking, you meet her.
So when you're reading lips, I must read it. But when I doing it, I can do it. Huh? Miss-
Miss, we never
Miss
said we
Gabby.
didn't read your lips, Miss.
And Solange is the one who have me reading lips all night, but the minute I check her, like, what going on, miss? Like, we're not here, you know. But you self doing that all night. All right, angle RQS. How to work that out?
Cosine?
Cosine? Do we have PR?
Adjacent over.
Huh?
No.
RQS. How are we working that out? Huh?
Cosine.
Cosine. How are we using cosine?
Adjacent over hypotenuse?
Adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent. Hypotenuse. What are we talking about?
3.26 over 8.4 equal cosine.
QS is 3.26. You all know how to see blanking out, huh? Right. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Proud of all, yeah, proud of all. So, we're using to find here, it would be that's 10. No, that's cosine. What's going on here? Cosine is equal to 3.26 over 8.4. How much is that?
67.1.
67.1 and what do we do now?
180 minus 90 plus 15.
100 and
80.
what do we want? We want this entire thing, yeah?
You want PQS.
RQS. RQ. Yo, sorry, I feel like I'm here and I'm not here at the same time. This is our answer, right? Because it's RQS. So it's inside here. Why was I thinking RQP? So this is our answer, right? 67.1. Yeah? What's next? PQR. Now we're doing PQR. So what do we have to do now? We're going to decide. So it's going to be adjacent to hypotenuse again. So cosine theta is equal to 3.26 over 12.6. What's the answer for this? 1 second. All right, so the answer would be how much?
$75.
How much?
75 degrees.
75. 75 degrees. You'll confirm that for me. 3.26 divided by 12.6. Cosine inverse of the answer. 75 degrees. Very good. So what do we do now for our PQR? 75 plus 67. Yeah. 142. Yeah. Shemai is still not watching me? Oh what? Huh?
I'm watching you.
So why you watching like that? Like, you know, I was holding it, you know, or something. Huh?
Because I'm hungry. I have physics to do.
Okay. And like, yeah. Wake up, people. Look at you now. Come on.
Miss, I don't understand where we was getting after 75. What are you talking about?
What was doing after 75?
Yeah, I lost after 75.
So remember, they want PQR, right? PQR is here and here. This part is 75 and this part is 67. And 0.1. So you had to add them up. Yeah? All understood? Wow, you're serious. We are on page 13, 14, 15. You want to pause it or you want to go through? You want to continue next day or you want to go through?
Best we could continue next day, please.
What? No.
No, go through.
Yeah, just trim up 2 more pages. Let me just write up.
I don't
Let
come
just
back
write
next day to go through a past
Yeah. Yeah, let me just write it up.
What you mean? And I coming back the next day to go through a past paper? This is just the beginning.
Miss, I bust up my head with this past paper and then give me extra time. I'm not spending 2 days correcting it, miss. Let's go through it now.
I love it. Solange for president. Yes.
I don't like people, no thank you.
What? Solange, well, you are the woman for the job. Our leaders don't like us, you know, so it goes. So, all right, let's go. Oh my gosh, I said that on the recording. I'll have to edit that out. So, yes. So let's go. We almost finished, y'all. Let's cook with gas. You ready? You ready, right? So let's go. Last one. Okay, this is very similar to what we did just now. Very, very similar. How much is x? 180 minus 48 plus 56, right? What's the answer?
76.
All right, let me turn the page now. 76, all right. All right, what's next? Distance, RP. How to find RP?
Cosine rule.
Cosine rule. What are the legs? Jewel, you can breathe if you want, right? So 220 is from P to Q. And Q to R is 360. Q to R. All right, cosine rule. So that would be RP squared is equal to 220 squared plus 360 squared minus 2 by 220 by 360 by cosine 56 was the answer for RP.
It's 29 kilometers to the nearest home.
29 or 290?
Oh, 299.
Yeah, because we just speeding, right? So you're just telling me where all you want, right? So we could go home. All right, 299 km to the nearest meter. All right, the bearing of R from P. How much is that? R from P, so here to here. So we had to find here, right? What would we use to find there? Sine rule. So that will be 299 over sine 56 is equal to theta over, sorry, 360 over sine theta. Yeah? How much is that? 360 sine 56 over 299. And theta will be equal to how much?
218.5 degrees.
218. 5 degrees. 218? That correct? 360 sine 56 divided by 299. Sine inverse 86.5.
Yes, miss.
Now you're adding it. Yeah, because Jewel just want to rush me off for the Zoom, right? Plus 132, 218.5, right? 218.5. Well, we add them. Of course, we have to add the 86.5 to 32 to get that. All right, what's next? See how quick we're moving? The length of RS is how much? How to work out RS? Sine rule, 7 over sine 60 is equal to RS over sine 48. What's the answer for RS?
6
centimeters.
Okay.
What about QTS? Inside here, how do you find that? Cosine rule, right? So what line, which line do we put on the outside for the cosine rule? The
7.
opposite, correct. So 7 squared is equal to 8 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 by 8 by 10 by cosine t. And then we do all of this and we make cosine t the subject of the formula, and t will end up as what?
Cosine inverse in bracket 0.7187.
What's the answer?
44 degrees.
Very good. Yeah,
Miss, how?
I was waiting on you, Shaniqua.
No, miss, like, how?
What you mean how?
Miss, how did you get the cos t to be on the left?
All right, so we don't have to make it on the left, we just have to make it the subject of the formula, right? So it's going to be 7 squared minus 8 squared minus 10 squared is equal to minus 160 cos t, right? So this is going to be all of 7 squared minus 8 squared minus 10 squared is negative 115 over negative 160 is equal to cos t. And then this will be cos inverse this. Negative 115 divided by negative 160, which is 0.71875 is equal to t. And then that answer, cos inverse, that answer is 44.05. 44 degrees. Yeah?
Miss, I understand this, right? But like, how is the 160 negative, like when you move it across?
Oh, because it's multiplication, not subtraction.
Oh, okay, miss. That makes much more sense. Okay.
Yeah, so you're dividing by negative 160 on both sides. Yeah, that's a common mistake a lot of people make. Any questions here? All right, Down we go. This is the last question. Come on, man. We're on the last question before you even know it. So let's go. RSF. Again, RSF. This is horizontal, right? So again, flat. This is FT is a pole. This is just like what we just did. A tower. 25. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower, T, from R is 27. So T from R is 27. So I'm thinking 27 is here, right? What's happening? Right? The angle, R is due east of F. R is due east of F, and S is due south, and the S is due south of F. Okay, SF is 43.3. So sketch separate diagrams of the triangles RFT. So where's RFT? RFT, bam. Yeah, RFT 25, 27. Yeah. Then T, F, T, F, S, T, F, S. This could be a right angle triangle as well. It is a right angle triangle because remember, this is a ground, right? A horizontal ground. So this actually is our just the ground looking like that. So T, F, S. Everybody understand that, right? Once they tell you something is horizontal, it's on a flat ground. So anytime a wall is coming up from it, it's just going to be a right angle. That's why it's important to read horizontal. And S, F, R, another right angle. 43.3 meters. Yeah. All right, show by calculation that RF is 49.1. So that's 3 right angle triangles in one, right? Everybody got that? Yes? Show that RF is 49. RF 49.1. How do we show that? This is 90 degrees. This is 27. So we could just use 27 and 25. So we could use opposite and adjacent. So tan 27 is equal to 25 over RF, which is RF is equal to 25 over tan 27. That's 49.1, right? I didn't even work it out, but it should be. 49.1, nice. Everybody got that? Understanding? Right, calculate the length of SR correct to 1 decimal place. So where's SR? SR is here. Again, this is a right angle triangle. So we could use Pythagoras Theorem because we have 2, right? So SR squared is equal to 49.1 squared plus 43.3 squared, which is how much?
65.47.
I forget I didn't do that last one on paper. How much?
Miss 65.47.
65.47 to 1 decimal place, so 0.5. Just checking. 49.1 squared plus 43.3 squared. 65.5 meters. Nice. And the last one. Let's chat a little bit now. So how y'all doing?
I'm a small talk, yeah.
All right. The angle of elevation. So, okay, I am not talking for this one. So y'all Let's go. Where's the angle of elevation?
So the angle is at the bottom. I mark it A.
At the bottom. Okay.
TFS. Oh gosh, TFS.
Look how Jewel buffing me up because she missed dinner. Oh my gosh. You need that Snickers advertisement is really true, boy. So calculate the angle of elevation from the top of the tower T from S. So where?
TFS, angle S.
FS. So you have to create a line. Yeah. Huh?
Oh my lord, you know.
So how you have a triangle TSF without a line?
Yes, it
All
is.
right. Okay, mom. So inside here is your angle of elevation, T from S, right? All right. What's next?
Oh, it's taking too long to answer. Tan A square.
Tan what?
Tan A square is equal to 25.
Tan A squared?
Yes. No degrees or shucks, degrees.
No, take your time. Stop rushing. Stop
No,
rushing.
tan A, just tan A here.
Is equal to
25 over 43.3. And then the tan inverse is equal to 25 over 43. No, tan inverse 25 over 43.3 and I get 30 degrees.
Everybody got that?
Yes.
You all know it, there's a shortcut. Like instead of working things over, this is serious, not me trying to stall you all. You know? Okay, so grab your calculators in case some of you all don't know. So the first thing we worked out is tan A, well, 25 over 43. And I'm guessing you all will come back and do this, right? Tan A is equal to, for the answer. What's the answer for that? 25? Do it on your calculator. 25 divided by 43.3 is, so you're going to put 0.5777, right? 0.577. And now you have to put tan inverse, so you're clearing it. Yeah? That's what you always do? Clear it. And then
Yes.
second function, tan inverse, and then do you put 0.577? So you'll see answer in green on top of your equal sign. ANS in green. So any functions you want in green, you press alpha. So press alpha, equal sign, and your answer from previously will come back up and press equal sign and you'll get the answer.
What?
You're not listening to what I'm telling you, right? So you see an answer. I forget you have a kind of crazy calculator in a Jewel. So everybody but Jewel, you're seeing an answer.
Not seeing none there.
You see an answer, Leah?
Answer, no, some of the calculators answer over negative.
Right. What color is it?
My one is yellow and
Right,
pretty.
so press yellow. So press tan inverse, then press the second function. Well, that's what if it's in yellow, right? Second function, and then press wherever answer is. And then you get 30.
I got 88.08.
All right, everybody but Jewel. So back to the sharp calculators. You all got it?
Miss, can you start from the beginning? Because I
Okay.
don't know Bible.
So
Okay.
tan, so divide 25 divided by 43.3. What answer you got there?
0.577.
So we're gonna tan inverse this, right? So you could just press tan inverse, right? Everybody seeing where the answer is? Like on top of the equal sign, it have a ANS in green. Yeah? Everybody with me with that, right? So you're pressing alpha. Alpha is in green. So tan inverse alpha. Yes? And then you press answer, well, equal. and then press equal again. So instead of typing back your answer, it stores your answer from before, so that could help you work faster. Yeah. So hack number 1 for today. Everybody understand it, right? Julie got through with your calculator? Excellent. Right? So anytime you want anything in green, press alpha. Anytime you want anything in yellow, press second function. Cool? So thank you for allowing me, 5 extra minutes of your precious time, right? And how was the paper do? For real, how was the paper? You feel like, trigs is a thing of the past?
I think bearings. I had to do over bearings. You see that page I didn't do that number 12 for you.
Okay, definitely. And you have the video. I'll send the video so you could go through and stuff like that. But generally, trigs and bearings and all these things is a thing of the past, and we can move forward, right?
Everything for me does go good until it has elevation and the depression.
Why? Elevation and depression is like the easiest of them all.
It's easiest for you.
No, generally. I think depression is playing on you and you are getting depressed when you see it. Yeah, I think so. But I want
Is that not
elevation to
funny?
play on you and elevate when you're doing the question. Yeah.
No, thank you. So I stick to my algebra.
Algebra. All of this is algebra. All of this is
Basic algebra. Let me be more specific.
right. So yeah, this is the end of our tricks class.